Okay. Recording is on. So I start with a little talk. This meeting is about non-duality, and non-duality is a difficult word. And it means that normally everything is in two, is good and bad, and before and after, and anything. And in this message, it's more mentioned that everything is just one. There's only this. And that's, you will hear it a lot. There's only this. And it seems like, what is that meaning? This is just what is happening. That can be the moving of your hand, an emotion, anything. And that's already happening. So there's nothing to look for. And that's very odd for me when there's a feeling or a belief that there's someone and there's an individual in the body. It seems there's something wrong. There's something not right yet. And you have to look for it. You have to make it right. You have to do the right thing. Look for other people. Behave right. Now, the whole thing is about what it's your life. You have to do the best, and you have to do to make your life work. You have to do the right thing, whatever that is. And that's the search is always about that. The search is also about a me. When there's a me, there's also always the feeling there's something wrong. So there's something gone, something missing. And when there's separation, and separation is there when there's a me, when there's somebody, you could say there's an awareness. You look at yourself, it's the feeling of always being outside of it. It's not in it. It's just something is missing, and maybe you don't know what it is. Can be a feeling, and the awful thing is that when there's something missing, the search is always in the story. It's also always in the world. When there's separation, everything seems very real. The body is real, circumstances are real, the street is real, relations are real, time is real. And when everything is real, it becomes very important that when you are there, it's that everything is going the right way. So you have to behave right, or other people, you have to do something about the world, or do something about other people, or it's an endless search. Sometimes it feels like, oh, it's nearly the end, or it is the end, and then it starts again. And the looking is always in the story. And because it's in the story, it will never be found. Because there is no story. There is only an apparent story. The story isn't real. It's just a dream. And that's, for me, it seems very real and very solid. When there's no me, it's so obvious and it's so normal that there is no me. There never has been a me. It's not only here, maybe, that there is no me. There has never been a me anywhere. So the search for no me, because then we are searching a lot, like money or relationships or feeling better. And then now in this period of time, maybe there is non-duality, and it seems like being enlightened is the big goal. And enlightenment seems also to be something, to feel that there is no me. And because the me is always thinking, oh, there's something not right yet. So in these meetings, a lot of people think, oh, I'm not feeling yet that there is no me, or there's still contraction, or there's still this or that. So it's not still like, this is not enlightenment or something like that. The word enlightenment is also, feels like it's something else as what you notice of what you're what's in your life, what's happening in your life. And it's when there's talking about enlightenment, it seems, for me, it seems like, I don't like the word enlightenment, because it seems like it's always bliss. It's a state of always bliss, or something like that, or a certain state of something. There is no state, of course. The state is only for a while. This is about, there's nothing going on. Nothing is real. It's only apparently real. Apparently real. It's a difficult word. So everything is energy. And when there's a body, it's there and it's not in the same time. So it's not real. And for me, it's you can't understand, but it's not about understanding. And it doesn't matter if you understand or not understand, because all there is already what's happening. And it's nearly too simple. It's so simple that it's just this. It's just moving or doing this or sitting or laughing or anything. The way you look, it's already this. That is this. So this is not a complicated thing. It's already what is happening. So nothing to learn, no goal. There's no need for a goal because it's already complete. It's already complete like it is. Okay. I will read I have a private chat. I will read it. You mentioned in the morning talk that when the contraction came up, you felt that the me had come back. What is this entity that felt that the me had come back? Thank you. No, it's not an entity. It's just a thought. When they're in the story, you could say, when the me didn't come up anymore, it's not that it's clear. It's for this body, or for this character, it wasn't clear in the beginning. So it wasn't coming up, but and at that moment everything was clear. But after there was just I didn't know. I didn't know if the me was gone or not gone. I didn't know. So there was some doubt also about, is this the me, and because there was always in my search when Rose was there, it was the thinking of a contraction is the me. I was always thinking that. So when after that sauna thing, you could say, what not really happened, that's the odd thing also, is then it was so clear that nothing did happen, and after contraction, in that moment, I don't know if there was a contraction, I don't even know. But after, then contraction came or was there. And the thinking was like, oh my God, the me has come back. But there was nothing going on about that. So there was a thought, and then after some time, I don't know, after two thoughts, it was gone, if you talk in the story. So, but it wasn't mentioned. And in what we do in the normal world is that when there's something coming up and it's just going, it's just falling away, we call it, you forget it. But it's not about forgetting, because it's always, forgetting is that you are doing that, you are forgetting it. It's not you are forgetting it. It's just not there. It's just falling away, and it's new. Something else is coming up. It's completely new again. And there's no forgetting. There's no entity. It's just something new has come up, and it's not seen by someone. It's just seen. No, it's not seen. It's just there. It's not seen. It's just talking, or there's no awareness. There's no awareness. It's no need for awareness also, because it's just happening. Nothing needs to do anything or to decide anything. That's the dream of the me, that you are deciding, you are doing your life. That's the dream. There's no me, there's nothing deciding, there's nothing doing it. It's just life happening. Like that. Very easy, very normal also. That's it.
Rose?
Yeah.
Hi. So why do you say life is happening? Happening,
Sorry?
I mean,
What?
why do you say that life is happening? Do you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, happening, I mean, it's not happening. Isn't it like too much to say? Happening.
No, that's, you could say when this is, when there's a moving of the hand, that's life moving the hand. No, it's not life moving the hand. It's
life.
It's life.
It's what is.
Yeah,
It's what
what it
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
But it's
apparently.
not happening. Yeah.
It's not
It
really
apparently
happening.
happening.
It's apparently happening. Everything is apparent, but sometimes I
Yeah.
forget to say every time
Apparently.
it's apparent, because it's, yeah, it's apparent. Everything is apparent. Yeah, that's, and it's there and it's not. It's not, and it's apparently there. So it's not even not there and not there. It's only
empty.
apparently there. It's just energy. And yeah, it seems so real and so solid.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
We have a chat.
I see it. Hi, Rosemary. Can you find yourself arguing about political views, or is it not necessary to take such stand or to protest if there's no need? There can be in a situation that there's somebody saying something and there's coming a reaction and point of view, but there's no importance. It's just arguing or saying something or saying, no, I don't think that it's right, or something like that. But there's no importance at it at all. So I think protesting will not happen so much. No, I don't think so. But that kind of arguments and with people and anything can happen. But it's just fun. It's just going. It's not serious. Maybe for the other person it is, but it can't be serious. It's just talking like that. And then after the conversation, it's not there anymore. It's just gone. Can be nice. Why to argue? Is it not serious? That can be fun. That's just like that. It's just, there is no why. There's not thinking, oh, I don't have to do that because it's not serious. Somebody says something and there can be no reaction, and then suddenly there's a reaction. I don't know why. It's just coming like that. I don't know. There's no why. There's no. It's just life, and it can be in an argument. And argue, not really. It's it can be two people like, oh no, this is not that. Oh no, no. But it's not really serious. But it can be there. Yeah. Why not? Anything can happen. It's the same. There's no difference. The only thing is that the importance and the seriousness is not there anymore. So anything can happen then. It can be a disagreeing about something. But it's not important to what is not there that I want to have. How do you say? I want to convince somebody something, or some wanting to convince, or to wanting. I'm right. Something like that. No, that's I can say that, but it's not serious. So something like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you sometimes talk about this outside this meeting to people that normally are not interested in non-duality? No, that doesn't come up. It doesn't come up. It's not there. When there's no interest, then the talking is not going like that. No, there's no need to convince people. How can I convince nobody? There's no one. So it's just what's happening, it's happening. But when there's no interest, it's not, why should I? But it's not a decision. It's not happening. No, why? And it doesn't matter. So there's very, very few people I talk with about this. But also, then there's talking about something else. It's just life, also life. It's the same. There's no difference. There's no talking about this or talking about the rowing club or something. It's the same. It's just the same. It's just life. And I like talking about this. And I do these meetings. I like to do it. But when there are no meetings, it's not even very clear what's happening. It's just going to the shop and do simple things. It's very normal life.
There's a chat again.
Oh, thank you. What I mean to ask is if you find yourself acting to change something outside, for example, ecology or fighting for democracy or just any activism. No, nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to change. That the whole thing about changing the world, or that assumes that there's something not right. There's nothing not right. And it's also, there is also, that's another thing, there is no world. There is no real world. It seems like there's a world because you talk about Africa or talk about a fire in America or something like that. But it's only an item on the news, and that's what's happening. That's the only thing. And we make it of there is outside, there's a country, and there's all things are happening. The only thing there is just this. There is no world, there's just this. Talking, sitting at the computer, there's a room. That's it. That's everything. That's everything. There's no outside. There's no outside. There's also no inside. This is empty. This is just nothing in it, of course. It's only a body. There's only body. There's no one in it. Just empty. So there is nothing trying to change anything. And it's so normal to see something outside, other people or the world or the earth or anything, trying to change that and to make it better. That's what it's all about. There's nothing wrong, of course. There's nothing wrong. That's huge. When there's nothing wrong, that's amazing. One moment, there's some... So if there's nothing wrong, and it's not about right or wrong, but just about what is, just neutral, everything is just neutral. That's huge. That's huge. That's, people can say, oh, there's nothing wrong, and there's nothing need to change, and something like that. But most of the time it's just a concept, because the me can't believe that, can't hear that there's nothing wrong. Then this is it. Yeah, but I feel this, or the world is gone, the ice is more melting down, or something like that. Oh, God, it's amazing, because it's so strong, convincing, and so embodied that there's something wrong and we have to fix it, that all the time there's so much energy about that. And you can't hear, the me can't hear, there's nothing wrong. Okay, another chat, or two chats. It's not sensing differences, for example, tasted, smells. Yeah, of course, also life. There, you could say what I say, that can be a misunderstanding. If I say everything is the same, I mean, there is no difference in importance. Nothing is more important than something else. But there can be a different taste or a different language or different feeling, or that's uniqueness, that everything is different. But there's nothing better than something else or more important, or in that sense, it's the same. And, Tony Parsons has recently said that the death of I seems to happen to a lot of people nowadays. Do we have the same opinion? I don't know. What I noticed, and that because the message is so simple, that there's no story about it, and there's no list and no goal and nothing like that, and that people can, and that people can hear this, but yeah, sometimes, yeah, there are more and more people, I think so, because it's so simple and it's so obvious, and I don't know why it's like that. You can think about it and try to make something of it, but yeah. There are much more. It's much more laughter about the dream of me. It's so amazing that it seems so important and so real, and it has nothing to do with life at all, with just life, with just what's happening. And the whole dream, the whole thoughts about what can I do, and free will and choice, and this is important, and how can I do that? The whole dream has no power. it's just something else. It should edit something, add a dream, and it's just it's like this, and it's gone. And I think it's also gone during the day. It's not the whole time, that whole system and that whole working. Sometimes there are no thoughts. Sometimes there's just what's going on, and then suddenly it starts again. But it's not, when there's no me, it's not even noticed. So, because it's so normal. It's so normal. There's nothing special. And when there's a me, what I know is that when the search was going on, there was looking for something, some feeling, some clarity, something that I could be sure of, that it was like that, or something like that, the knowing or clarity or feeling no contraction or freedom or anything. And it's not like that. It's just normal. It's just normal. And it's the same as what's happening to the other people, to all those bodies. It's already there. It's already this. It's already what is happening. It's nothing to look for. That can be the laughter also. That you're looking for something very, very, with a lot of energy and a lot of money and anything, and then suddenly, oh my God, it's already this. Oh my God, it was all the time, and I was looking for it, and it was already there. My God, it's amazing. Oh wow, that's it more. It's like this. Oh, there's another chat. If you struggle financially, for example, wouldn't you try to change it? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on the next hour or the next day or in 5 minutes. So I don't know. Nobody knows. Huh?
Skype. Eens kunnen skypen.
Oh ja.
Nou, dat is het.
Oh. Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something. I don't, that's just me, not me trying to get a better life or something. There's no one. So what's happening, it's happening. I don't know. Nobody knows. But the me, when there's a me, is thinking, you know what you're going to do then. You think, oh, what when this is going on, I will try to, or maybe I can follow something, or it's going on, but it's just a dream because there's no influence. Of course, there's no influence. There's just what's happening. And that's nothing to do with somebody or with this body. It's just what is happening is happening. Okay, another chat. It sounds very peaceful. Yeah, that's it. That's peaceful. Peaceful is not, that doesn't mean there's always a nice feeling or something like that. There can be pain or hunger, maybe. I don't know. It can be anything. That's it. But there's nothing going on about that. No. There are no problems, of course. There are no problems, of course. Problems, that's some funny thing. The only problems when there's someone and thinking, oh, this circumstances, I don't like that. Oh, this body, I don't like that. I want to have something else. Oh, how can I do that? Da, 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 da. Oh, trying to, then there's a problem, of course. But when that whole system is not working, there is just that feeling or that seemingly circumstances, that's it. Falling from a boat can happen, that's it. And crying and shouting and I don't know, anything can happen, of course. It's the same. It's the same. There's nothing different as other bodies and people. It's just the same. The only thing that doesn't work anymore, you could say, is the whole thing about trying to change and to thinking about what can I do and all those thoughts, that whole dream, that doesn't come up anymore. It's life. It's life full on. Beautiful. Mm. And it's very easy. It's very normal and easy also. Okay, another chat. This very setting of this Zoom meeting and all the questions make it look very much as if there is us over here and you over there. Yeah, maybe. There's, I don't know, there's just talking and then I see some images there. That's it. It's very literally, it's just a computer and I see some bodies moving and other, the most, it's only names. And there's just talking. No one. There's no one. It's not only here, no one or something. It's not Rose has no me or something like that. There is a me nowhere. There's nowhere a me. It's just happening. So finish. It's just going. It's just life. The way you look, it's just life. That character. So that's it. Nothing wrong, nothing right. When there's a me, there's always a trying to get something, to get it more clear or to get something like, oh, I want to get this or I want that too or something like that. But it's already happening. It's already what's going on. When there are thoughts, there are thoughts. Of course, there can be thoughts. When you think, oh, I give meaning to the thoughts, then there's giving meaning to the thoughts. That's just what's happening. So nothing is wrong. Another one. this sense in the body that here is someone is illusory. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a sense that there's somebody. It's when there's a sense of something, a feeling or a sense, or then there's only that. That's life. That's life. That's this, you could say. That's not a me. That's just a sense somewhere in the body. Some people have it in the head, or somebody it's tension in the head, or tension on the breast, or yeah, it's just a tension. That's it. There's no me. It's just tension or sense. Maybe you don't know what it is. No, doesn't matter. But it's an embodied sense that when there's a feeling or an idea or that there's a me, it's embodied. It's not only in your head that you think, oh, there's a me, but it's embodied. So it's so strong. It's yeah, but it doesn't matter. Then it's there. Then there's that sense that there is a me. So what? It's still what's happening. So it's not the goal that you feel that there is no me or something like that. There's no goal. It's already that sense that there is no me. Then there is a me. Then there's that sense. That's this.
Hello, Rose.
Hello, Ari.
I have a question. So if a friend comes to you or a person, maybe even you don't know, and with a terrible happening, like the son died suddenly, 20 years old or so, what kind of answer would come out? Like, would come out the answer of who you are not now or what you were before? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if this person does not have any awareness of this non-duality thing, would you say, something happened to me also because someone came with something like that, and I was like, so I wanted to ask you, in your experience, I know you were a therapist before, no?
Yeah.
So what would you, how, would you speak?
Yeah,
like,
that's...
oh, don't worry, nothing happened,
No.
never died, never leave, you're not existing.
No. Oh, there's no sun.
Okay, well, there's
no, that's a joke. No. I don't know. It's so different. No, but really, it's for every situation it's different. So because you say somebody is not open to it, but you don't know. Maybe it is, or maybe not. I don't know. So there is a reaction, but it's a reaction in those circumstances. So that's an energetic happening. So I can't say what I will say. I can only answer when there's a question for somebody, and then I answered in that on that on that level. You could level. I give an answer because that answer is an energetic response. So I can't say what will happen in the future. I don't know. I really don't know. It's every time it's different.
Yeah, just because you said before that
Yeah.
in your conversations with other people, this doesn't come up, you know, like about non-duality, because people are not interested. So then I wonder, well, you know, something like that, what could happen? Anyway, I understand you don't know.
No, but it depends also on every situation is different. So, and a reaction, right. And so it seems like there is a special reaction from here, but there is no difference between here and there, because then we are thinking, oh, there can be a special response because then there's somebody who there is no me, and she has a special response to people who have do that. Of course not. Any response is the response. So what is happening, that's the right answer, you could say. Everywhere, of course, because that's not you answering, it's just what's happening. And the right answer will not mean, oh, giving people a nice feeling. I don't know. It's just the answer. That's the answer. There's no wrong answer, of course.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
me again. This is not a question exactly. So would you talk a little bit again, as I heard you before, but I like to, when the dropping of the me happened for you, or however you want to call it, it was a gradual thing, it was an intermittent thing. Can you go into that period of when you realize something has happened until you settle into this as a happening? I don't know if I'm clear.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's already a long time because I was going to Tony Parsons. That was the first time I met somebody who talked about this. And I was sitting there and I couldn't understand at all. And then a big fear came up. There was so much fear and I was so frightened. I even thought, when I was at home, I thought, I have to call him because he's too dangerous. Something like, he has to stop. Something like that. And then afterwards, I talked with him about it and we laughed. But there was something longing for it very much. And I couldn't understand. And in the same time, there was so much fear. Oh my God. And then with all those meetings, a lot of times I went to the meetings of Tony Parsons, and a lot of times there was a lot of fear because that I had, my life was about personal growing, and I had invested so much in the process and being a better person and more relaxed and feeling my feelings and anything like that. That was my life. I did it with other people. I earned my money with that. So that was my life. And then suddenly somebody is saying there's nothing happening. Like, oh my God, it's threatening. What my life was very threatening. So after those meetings, I was very tired always because there was a lot of fight going on. And I think that's maybe 20 years in those years. But in those periods, then I had a very tense body, so there came a lot of relaxation, but it was very painful. And then there were moments of sudden seeing something, and that was such a relief that I was biking and I was like, oh, if I bike or I sit at home, it doesn't matter. It's just the same. There's no difference. Nothing is more important than something else. When that came in, I cried because it was so amazing that I was always like, this is better than that. And then suddenly that came in like, oh my God, there's nothing better or nothing worse. And that went on for a time. And then it was so relaxing, but there was still not that falling away. So my work was falling away. I didn't have any money anymore. So everything was falling away in that period. I was sitting on the couch and I had my children around, but the meaning of everything and the search, I was so dedicated and I couldn't do that anymore so much. So that felt I failed anything. So that but I couldn't. Sorry.
Was your work falling away because you could not, it didn't match anymore what was going on with you and what you were giving to people, right?
Yeah. But it was not my decision. People that didn't come anymore. So it was not a decision. Then you think, okay, I don't want it anymore. But people didn't come anymore. So.
And you didn't care?
So sure, I did. Because there was no money and I had nothing else. So no, it was a struggle. It was a struggle in that period because there still was a me trying to have that, I thought Tony was having something or not having something. And I wanted that too. So I was looking for that, of course. And I thought it was something somewhere or a way of living and I could, and what my way of looking was, or searching was, I was very clear. I could very good. My brain could very much understand what Tony Parsons was saying. So and then I was going so many times. So I knew what he was going to say somewhere. So I thought, oh, it's very clear. And I was like, oh, there's not so much me anymore, like that. And then in the meeting, just that clear, that knowing, or that clearness, what can you say, it just fell away. Also, it was for me, it was a lot of times was like falling away. And I didn't like that, because I was like, oh, I knew everything, and suddenly I didn't know. I felt like a little child sitting there and not knowing, and oh my God. So all those moments were there, and I was sitting in the garden, and suddenly there was nobody. So I thought, oh my God, is that also possible? So I was very scared also. I thought, I want to have my body back. So
your body.
I tried to drink coffee and eat a lot, and then suddenly it was there, but it wasn't the same. It's a strange thing. So in that sense, it's not a process, but it's like the how can you say that? It was a sudden seeing of something that whole concepts about how the world looks like and how I look like and what's important, that fell away. All those concepts were falling away, but not in one moment, but in different moments. And suddenly I was walking. I remember I was walking in the railway station, and suddenly everything was just one, and I walked through the floor. So there was no difference between the floor and the body, and oh my God, and it was so free. I was also so scared at that moment and then the borders came back, like you could say. And that was very like relaxing, like, oh my God, this better. But still there was something going on, like, oh, that freedom, I want that freedom, but I also want that steady feeling. So things like that were going on. So it was, in that sense, they were falling away a lot of concepts. And then it came back, and then like that. And then suddenly in the sauna, it was just thinking about anything, about the same stories, about anything, like every time. And then it's so difficult to remember, because every time I think there's a different telling about it. But it was suddenly, there was something not there. And I couldn't even say what. At that moment, everything was clear. I thought I can tell everybody everything, how everything is going on, but I couldn't. Because when I tried to tell it to my husband, I couldn't even tell what was happening. So in I think maybe 3 years, I don't know, I didn't tell anybody. I told Tony, but for the rest, I didn't tell. Because I didn't know what to say. There were no words. That was also strange. And then then I talked to some people, and then suddenly there came a little group of people who wanted to talk together. And then suddenly the words came more clearly, because in the beginning I didn't know how to say it, and I was like oh, I can't do it, or something like that. And then maybe there's more relaxing, and then the words come out more easily, something like that. I don't know. And it's also very clear, there is no Rose, because this is a nice story to hear, and in the same time. And that's not in the beginning, when the me was not there, it was so clear, but that's a strange thing, that the apparent thing is getting more clear. So it's so obvious that there's nothing going on. There's just energy. It's like you're watching through now. I can't say how it is, but it's not real. Nothing is real. That's the freedom, because it doesn't matter what's happening. It's not real. There's no one, so it doesn't happen to me. It's just happening. It's just a feeling or anything. So what? And that's in the same time, there's a joy with it. It's aliveness. It's just joy. Like, oh my God, it's everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It is everything, and it can be in the same time. It's joy and anger, or joy and or nothing and joy, and I can't say anything can happen together. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And it's free, of course. And it's not, I'm feeling free. It has nothing to do with that. It's just free. Yeah, I can't say differently.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
There are two chats.
I've another chat. Okay. Oh, I'm also not liking when clarity falls away. I'm very attached to my clarity. You're saying it's all energy and meing is like contraction. Is it a more fundamental contraction then? Various level of stress, relaxation? Oh, there's no level. There can be contraction, but it has nothing to do with me. That's the strange thing. There can be just contraction. And then, because the difference is, we're talking in the story, and then you say, oh, and when there's a me, there's contraction. And then the me is on top of it and trying to make things work better or things like that. And in the same time, there's no story, there's only tension. There's just tension, that's it. There's no story, no me, nothing going on. Tension, not even in the body. It's just tension somewhere. And it's there and it's not. So, there's nothing going on. So it doesn't matter. So clarity is just a concept. You can be very clear and it can be nice, but it has nothing to do with me or no me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's clear. It's just when there's no me, it's just there's no clear mind or something like that. It's just what's happening, and then there's a reaction. There's nothing going on about that.
So, were you before working with chakra systems and these things like that? And that's one question. And then the next one is, nowadays it's talked a lot about the importance of the heart and the connection with the heart and the brain and all of that, and you can heal yourself through intention. How do you see, perceive, or whatever word goes, all of that now?
It's the same story. It's everything. It's the same story in a different way. It's all about this is not right yet, and we can make it right. That's always when there's something not right. We have the chakras are not functioning, or the energy can more flowing, or anything. It doesn't matter what it is. The me is very intelligent and doing it in very different ways. But it's always about there's something wrong. And we're not saying wrong because we know it's not about wrong and right, but there's something there's something missing, or there's something not right yet, or something. And it can't hear that this is it already. So no need for chakras or work on yourself or anything. It can happen. It doesn't matter. It's just, then is that the story, but it doesn't need anything because it's already complete as it is. And it's always looking for a kind of perfection. This is perfection. The way the body moves, it's perfect. And it's not like, oh, my toes are like this. Oh, it's not perfect yet. That's the way it is. Just that. Yeah, it's endless and endless. Yeah.
All of the alternative therapies to help someone heal in any level, whether it's emotional or it's physical, so they are like useless.
It's
or
useless.
is what happening?
It's It is not wrong, but it has no meaning at all. No, because then the funny thing is when this is happening, then the healer said, "Oh, it's not aligned" or something. I don't know. And then then that's what's happening. And then he does that something else, and then it's more like that. But that's also what's happening. So what? It doesn't matter. So what? There's no one. So what? Then it's like that. So then it's like that. We're so used to this is better than that, and it feels better. Oh my God, that's such a search, because it can't see that this is already it. That's too simple.
Yeah, well, I was talking about when people are looking for better health, for instance.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that you say, "Oh, I have pain in my arm and it's broken, so it's just a pain." Like, because that's a new story. That's like, "Oh, I'm accepting the pain," or something like that. No, there is no one. So maybe there's going to the doctor. That's just energy. Going to the doctor is happening.
Or the healer, whatever.
Or to the healer. Yeah, of course, can too. Yeah, of course. Why not? Yeah. Anything can happen. Doesn't matter. So it's not anything can happen. But it's so difficult to explain, because it's so difficult to hear. There's not coming up trying to change it. But that doesn't mean that taking pills can happen when there's a headache. So then people say, yeah, but then you want to change it. So, it's very difficult.
It's what happening, only. It's what happens.
It's just what's happening.
Go to the doctor,
but there's nothing going. Yeah, but this is nothing going around from, oh, I have some pain. Can I go? No, I don't go to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor. Maybe you can drink some pills. Oh yeah, but I don't like pills. And no, that whole story, that doesn't happen. Yeah. That's the trying to change. But taking pills or anything, of course, can happen. That's the difference. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I was with the chat, so I don't think. If there is no me, are there still 7 billion bodies in the world having different appearances? There is no world. I'm sorry. There is no world. It's just this. This is everything. And if you talk about the story, then there are a lot of bodies with nothing in it, of course. But that's just the story. And it's really literally a story. This is so amazing. It's so literally just this, nothing more. It's just this, and I see the computer sitting behind the computer, seeing a wall. That's everything, nothing else. So there's no world, nothing's going on. And then also another one. In conversation with different people, we often change of tone, of voice to adapt to the situation or to fit the person we talk to. Does this still happen there? Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. It's not noticed. There's just talking, and maybe there's changing of tone. Can happen. Adapting, anything can happen. There are still structures in the body that the brain is still working. Maybe there are structures, you could say, from the past, if you are talking in the story, that there are structures that making certain ways of behaving or talking or adapting or anything. That can go on. But it goes on for no one. So it doesn't matter if it's... what's happening it doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't mean that it's nice. it doesn't. When I say it doesn't matter what is happening, it can be then there's pain or there's sadness. That can, but there's no one trying to change it. There's no one in a whole dream of thoughts busy with now I'm looking at the looking at yourself. It's not there, and that's what the me has an awareness and looking at itself, and looking when what is happening here? I'm not saying everything. Oh no, what is going on? I feel some tension. Maybe and that whole story, that's not going on. But for the rest, anything can go on. Maybe somebody else is watching and we're seeing like has a lot of things going on. I don't know, but I don't care. Why? It's already gone, so it's not there anymore. So there's only this. So what there's nothing. There's no past. That's also very difficult to understand because we're so used to that happened before and now I'm feeling this. There's only this. So there is no past, no before, no after. There's this, and there's this. That's the only thing there is. Wow. It's always new. It's innocence. It's like a child. It's just new. Okay, another chat. Is using words already the story when you're saying this and wall and child or anything? Yeah, if you the naming of it, it's already a story. Yeah. Normally, it's just when you're watching to a wall, you don't say, "Oh, I'm watching a wall." But when I'm talking about this, then I'm saying, "Oh, the wall is just walling." But normally there's just watching the wall and nothing going on about that. Then there's no naming or something. And sometimes it is, but it does, then there's naming. The abstract thinking can go on. The brain still works. But without meaning, it's just working, using words. It's human.
Hi, Rose.
Hey, Joey. Hello. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I can finally join because I have enough people working now that I can I don't have to sell at the market. So,
Good.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, I can relate so much when you were describing your story earlier.
Mm.
You know, about the in and out stuff and the fear and the freedom and the struggle. I just like you could have almost described what's going on here in a way. Almost. Yeah, it's very identical. Tensions in the body and tight body.
Yeah.
I have no question. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Nice to see
Nice.
you.
This is so
I was
nice
wondering
to see
how you are in New York,
yeah.
big city,
Well, it was,
Corona.
I know it was rough for a while, but it's it seems to be
Mm.
okay for now.
Mm.
But God knows, who knows what's gonna happen.
Who knows? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Hi.
I let other people ask.
Bye.
for me, Rose,
Yeah.
it's also what's happened is like it almost like somebody's turning the light switch on and off. It's like the moments, like, of course, so obvious, you know, and then for an instant, and then it's gone, and then it's there, and it like 100 times a day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
but the difference is not drastic. And I don't know if I'm making a story, but who cares? You know, the difference is, in a way, it's very subtle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is very subtle, but that freedom that you say, it's absolutely undescribable. It's tremendous. It's it makes me, you know, want to cry because it's so unbelievable. It's like endless, infinite, absolute.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And so strong. God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's all there is. It's all there is.
Sometimes the body can't take it. It's too much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going in the contraction again.
Yeah.
Hello. So
Hello.
you just said the body can take it, right?
Yeah.
So there is a feeling of a body. So there is nothing.
It's in the story. That's in the story.
That's in the story. So saying the body can take it is in the story.
Yeah, that's explaining how it works in the story.
Okay.
So because it's an energetic thing. So when the body has a lot of contraction and concept, and that freedom or that love, or how you can say, it's too, I can only say it's too strong or too, it's amazing. So you can die of a heart attack, you could say, or something like that, because it's too much. It's so much energy. So, and because we're so used to have less, to use a little bit of the energy, and then suddenly, there's so much. So, wow, then can be a reaction of contraction afterwards, and it goes on till that stops. So it's an energetic contraction and opening and contraction, but that has nothing to do with the me. It's just energetic.
Right. And this is still happening to you, or
No, that doesn't happen anymore. No, there can be not a contraction, there can be tension, but that's something. No, I don't know. No, that's not a contraction. Just tension in the body. Tension. It's not. I don't know if it's in the body. When there's tension, I can't say where it is. I can't say how or what. It's just maybe the word tension is not even. I don't know. Not. I can say it now, but even I'm not sure. Sometimes I don't know if there's relaxation or there's tension. I can't say. That's amazing. That sounds a bit odd, a bit crazy. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Then that's going on in the body. Something is going on in the body. So what? Yeah.
right? Thanks.
Yeah.
Here, me again.
Yeah.
In this interview. So, do you still? I mean, when you are in nature, for instance, you feel feelings of joy and bliss, or how do you say this? I guess it's bliss. I don't know. Arise, or just it's like everything is the same. I say
But
nature.
it can
You
arise
like.
when I'm in the garden or inside or in the nature, that it has no reason why it rises at that moment.
So it's not an even thing, like everything is the same because there is nobody, there is nothing. It's not an even.
No, but circumstances, we are so sure we are so sure that circumstances, then we are in the woods, and then we are in the city, and then we are at home, and then we are with a partner, and all those things. And that all those circumstances seems very real, but it's all the same energy. And there's a difference in it smells different, and there's a difference, of course, but there is no difference in meaning. There is no importance in difference in this is more important or better for me or worse or things like that. In that sense, it's all just energy in a different way. And then when there's something arising, like it's not even arising, because it seems like it's in the body. It's just arising. It's just there, you could more say. It's more, then there can be joy, but without reason, without any reason. So there can be joy on the moment in the garden or I don't know, on the toilet. And then and you walk in the woods and there's something else. I don't know. Nothing has any reason. We are so used to the woods, then you make more of in the forest, you are more relaxed, and that can be, or not, but it also cannot. Maybe that can be that, because of course, there's not now so much story around, so maybe then there's more relaxation for a lot of people. But it seems like I am here in my body experiencing something there in the woods, or something in the woods or something here, but there's no one experiencing. That's for me. It's only experiencing something, and this when there's no me, there's no experience. It's just God. I can't say. How do you say? It's just can be a feeling without any reason. Sorry?
Apparently happening.
Yeah, but that's not all the time you think, oh, this is apparently happening. Sometimes it's more clearer than other times, but that just pops up or not. But there is no experience. So it's just, I can't say. I don't know how to say, because it's so, I don't know. I can't say. It's just this, and it's always this. There's no, when there's sitting, it's this. When you're closing the computer, there's just closing the computer. That's this. The moving is just what's happening. So it's already there. There's no need to do something or to understand what is said in these meanings. There's nothing. You don't have to take anything at home. You don't have to remember what is said. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because already the walking is it. Already the way the body looks is it. So everything is just complete. It's 100%. Oh, it's and then it's already 100%. But 100% is not it. That's the perfection. But perfection is not that everything is working 100%. Perfection is that the body, how it works. That's it. That's life in that form. That so. That's just, and the most amazing thing is that it's just apparently happening. Nothing is real. It's just an apparent body. There's no one in it. It's just empty. There's nothing, and in the same time, there's seem to be happening something in the body, bodying. It's just life. It's just vitality. It's just aliveness. And you can call it. It's freedom, it's love because nothing is wrong. That's love, man. Wow. Thank you for joining. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Bye.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.